Hey guys, what's up? So हम सब ने we have played with the toys and sort of disassembled it. All of us who like to call ourselves Jugadu, and we all have gathered here. Basically, every Sunday we'll meet and we'll dig down upon science of some toys. So for today, these two are the toys that we'll work upon. So this is the first toy that we'll disassemble. So what actually happens in this toy is if I put some water, the LEDs start blinking, right? So when I first purchased it, it's about 130 bucks Indian rupees. I purchased it yesterday only. So I did not see any electrodes or something in here. So I was thinking maybe it has something to do with some pressure sensors. But I was curious and let us see what happens. So I don't see anything that can be yeah, there it is. So I can open this thing. Yes. So here I see some button cells, right? So let me just take out these cells. Okay, so there are these two button cells. And even this could be disassembled. So let us see how. Wow. So even this got disassembled. Achha. So basically this contains spring sort of a thing. And now I'm thinking ki acha, and the spring, okay. So there are two electrodes over here, the two metal pieces, and yes, by the way, this is extending to this point. So maybe if I touch these two things, they are acting like an electrodes. So let us find out. Wow. So it was rather very simple, right? So I thought it has some pressure sensor or something, but it is just a normal circuitry over here. And so there are about 5 blinking LEDs. This particular thing is like a small PCB chip over here that we can see. So this is a very simple toy, right? So this was rather easy. Now guys, let us dig upon this particular toy. So I was very much fascinated about this toy when I first saw it, and you can buy this toy. I actually purchased it from 50 bucks. And it's a very common toy. You can you can get it from any mela or something near you. So what actually happens is if I shake this thing, as soon as if you shake this thing, so if you shake this particular toy, it starts blinking somehow, right? And it stays blinking for about some time. So I was very fascinated, how does this work? Because first thing that came to my mind is it must have some sort of a circuitry, like it touches something. But then I was fascinated, then it should just blink for the first second, right? Why it keeps on blinking for about 3-4 seconds? So let me first, I don't have any option, I'll just have to tear this up. So let me just tear this ball up. So this is what came from inside it. It's even a smaller ball. So here this one as well. So this is what comes inside it. So yes, it has a small tiny spring over here, and what I am assuming is if I touch this spring to this particular metal, it should blink. Yes, it's happening. So it's basically something like when I give this ball a little jerk, so it touches the spring touches the metal plate and it activates this thing. So this is what actually came inside it. So as you can see, there's a small tiny spring, and when I shake the ball, actually the spring actually just touches this metal strip, and this is what activates this whole circuitry. It contains 3 button cells, as you can see, and there's a mini PCB chip over here. So one thing that I was fascinated is why it keeps on blinking is because of this tiny thing that you can see over here, right? That is actually glued with some sort of a plastic. So what actually this tiny thing contains is, we can say it the brain of this complete circuit, right? And it contains some element that is what we call a timer IC, right? IC is basically the integrated circuit. So it contains some integrated circuit of timer. So what actually it does it contains a timer IC, and what actually it does it activates the circuit for X amount of time, and that is what is happening over here. So such a fascinating toy, and just for 50 bucks, right? So this is what the main funda is. Whenever people like us, where the world calls us jugadus and everything, so when we see a toy, there is a tendency to just tear it apart and get to the science behind it. So this particular channel is all about that. So every Sunday I'll come up with some interesting toys, and we'll be telling you the science behind that toys. And for all the geeks, nerds and jugadus out there, this will be an interesting thing for you. So thanks for watching this, and hope to meet you next Sunday as well. So till then, happy learning, and please like, subscribe and even share the channel if you like it, and cheers to learning.